Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. And today, we just got an injury to start off there. Mayachi, unfortunately, has picked up an injury in training, which isn't good for team talk, because he's normally a really good player to bring on towards the end of the game, because he's still quite young, so I don't really put him in the first team too much. He's got Oxlade, Chamberlain and Walcott, but he is quite good because he's got his pace and he is young, so it'll give him a bit of experience. I kind of use him a bit like Phobia or Muriel, or sometimes Jovino, even though Jovino's a bit older, but I just like to put a bit more pace on at the end of the game, because when the opponent's centre-backs get tired, then obviously it's a good time to capitalise. Now here, I'm only going to be showing you one game in this episode, and it's probably the most intense game of FIFA I've ever played. It's probably even more intense than the first time I got into the Gold Cup on Ultimate Team in the final of it. It's probably the most intense game I'll play for quite a bit actually, because it was against Manchester United in the Capital One Cup. I thought, you know what, it might be a 2-1 score towards. I was expecting to win it, but it was just so intense. I had so many, well, it wasn't really problems, they were just playing around with me in here. They were crossing like mad. I didn't know how to defend too much against them, but here Butner gets the ball, the left back from Manchester United hits a post, and then Van Persie jumps in with that diving header and unfortunately puts it past Courtois there, and that makes it 1-0. And I was shocked, and this just made me put a bit more pressure on the team, because the defence, Man U, as you know, are a very offensive team, and the defence, they were put under a lot of pressure, especially from Cleverly in the centre midfield position, because he was passing it around and getting it past everyone. So I had to score a goal, and I had to score a goal any way possible, and that's why I scored a bit of a sweaty goal there with Stefan El Shawari, because I had to score to try and relieve a bit of pressure, because I knew that Man U were going to score, and they could score at any time. They've got Rooney, Van Persie, two guys who can absolutely smash the ball in, and they've got pace on the bench, and I don't know what happened there. I think EA kind of trolled me a bit, because it was after the ball was played. I think it was Kagawa or someone like that tripped over my player as he was running off, but the man there, Shinji Kagawa, gets another goal for Man U there, and that puts it into 2-1. And it got into the 85th minute, when I was really getting desperate, and the man of the moment, a man who's been playing really well at the moment, Adrian, probably the most improved player so far this season, and he's probably shown the most, even though he's isn't the best overall player and doesn't score the most goals. He's always there to assist players. I think he's got nearly 17 assists in the league and other competitions that he plays in. And whenever he comes on as a substitute, if he starts the game, he's just going to play really well for the team, and he's just been playing absolutely brilliantly. And there, I thought we'd lost the game there, because Van Persie, overhead kick, nearly gets it into the back of the net, and that would have been an absolutely brilliant goal. And if he'd have scored, I'd probably taken my hat off to him and allowed them to win. But unfortunately, they did miss. Unfortunate for them, that is. Fortunate for me. But a bit of scrappy defending there from Man U, probably because we're tiring. Gets a phobia through on goal, and at the near post, he's able to capitalise and get a nice goal for us there to hopefully try and allow us to win the Capital One Cup. But as you know, it's not that easy against Man U, and especially in extra time where it's Fergie time. I think Ferguson still is the manager of Manchester United at the moment. I don't think they've updated it, but obviously with Man U it doesn't matter who is the manager. It's always going to be like Fergie time or Moyes time. Depends what we call it now. It might just be United time. But anyway, Fletcher on the ball, passes to Rooney, and it wasn't the best shot in the world, but some scrappy defending lets him get a clear shot on goal, and Courtois just couldn't reach it there. And it gets to the end of extra time, and it's going to be a penalty shootout. How intense this is getting now. It was really getting intense. And as you can see, I was trying to see what my order was like. I just put it in how it was, because it seemed to be alright. I wanted to change a couple around, but then I thought against it, because I just wanted to see if the team could do it under this intense pressure. And then I probably did make a couple of panicky decisions with my goalkeeper and where I was going to put the ball in this one. I mean, I had some close calls, but it is now 1-1 between me and Man U in the penalty shootout, and Bidal steps up to take the penalty, puts it left, and Courtois goes left. I think it might have hit the post on the way through there, but Courtois brilliant keeping there, must have put some pressure on Vidal. And then Adrian steps up and puts into a pretty similar position as Muriel put it, just a bit further to the left, and no keeper was going to reach that. And then Rooney steps up. I was thinking confidently about this one, but I've absolutely brilliantly taken penalty, just underneath the bar with a chip there. I think he must have practiced ages to get that right, if he was going to do it in real life. But then Afobe steps up. I thought I'd missed, but he just gets past the keeper there. Maybe a bit of a late reaction allowed me to get the goal there. And then Butner stepped up. He didn't look very confident. The commentator said he wasn't very confident, and Courtois just capitalises on that totally, hammers him down and saves that goal. Now if Walcott scores this, we've won the Capital One Cup, and Walcott, he scores for us, and that relieves all the pressure which was in that match, and I think that's probably our best win so far. It might have been 3-3, we might have made a couple of defensive mistakes, we might have missed out on opportunities to score early on, late on, whenever. We might have given away easy goals to Man U by pulling ourselves out of position, but it is against Manchester United in the Capital One Cup final. Van Persie, Wayne Rooney, Kagawa, cleverly passing it around amazingly in the centre midfield, and Fletcher passing it around and scoring, helping score that goal which put us into the penalty shootout. They just played absolutely amazingly. The defence, Butner, he scored, helped set up the first goal, and the other back line of Manchester United, they did play quite well. I think how I did score against them was probably because of tiredness. I mean, towards the end of extra time and towards the end of full time, that's when I mainly scored. I scored early on, obviously, to get back into the game for a sweaty goal, but they all seemed to be when the Manchester United defence were tiring. So if they'd had better stamina or substituted a couple off, I probably would have lost this game. So the best game so far probably with this team, even though it wasn't as clear a win as I wanted to. But anyway guys, we won the Capital One Cup. Please leave a like, also subscribe for more FIFA 13 gameplay, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.